Go.
You ready? Hey everybody, Buck Reed coming to you from Washington, D.C. We're actually in here where what they done, they built a monument basically thanking all the people who fought for the freedom that so many take for granted. In fact, right behind me over here it says, "Here we mark the price of freedom." And let's face it, we all know that the reason why we live in such a great country, and the reason why we get to take advantage of the freedoms that we've got is because of people that fought for those freedoms. And those of you that ever served in the military of any kind, I want to thank you. But let's talk about that. Like, if our great ancestors that came over and started this wonderful country could look at us right now where we're at, and look at what we're doing with the freedom that they fought so hard for, everything that went into place. I mean, walking around here, you can almost feel the history that has happened in this country, the nostalgia, the things that all had to happen to make it so we all have what we have right now. And so, again, not trying to get all serious on you, but what do you think they would say if we could sit down with our forefathers, if we could sit down with, George Washington or Abe Lincoln, or if you could sit down with any of the great presidents or anyone that really fought and gave up their life, and they could look at what we're doing right now? What do you think they would really say? I mean, do you think that they would say, "Hey, great job"? Or do you think they'd say, "You know what, maybe we all could work a little harder"? And so, any of you that are really excited about your home-based business right now, any of you that are really excited about what is happening, wouldn't it make sense to really start getting after it? Like, what if you really applied yourself? One of the things that's always blown me away is, again, we talk about living in the freest country, but how free are people who get off 7 days a year? If we're working, 50 weeks a year, 52 weeks, 51 weeks a year, how much freedom do you really have? So what if you really applied the things that you're learning in the training program? What if you really did talk to 10 people a day? What if you really did use the systems that we've got implemented, and in the next 5 years, you were able to have the true American dream, which would mean that you didn't have to answer anybody. You weren't worried about your financial position. You weren't worried about being fired. You didn't have to look over your shoulder. You didn't have debt. Wouldn't that be worth it? And I think that most of you watching this have already figured out that it would be worth it. And so we like to share different things with you in different places that we're at. And right now we happen to be here in Washington, D.C. So we appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you at the next event. Look forward to seeing you there. Take care.